Fresh Kid Z, Fresh Kid C,
Yes, sir.
Fresh Kid P, Fresh Kid T.
Oh yeah, we back.
Oh, and Zafoon, by the way.
Yeah, Jones.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Tuesday's Raw review. My thoughts on Raw. This would usually be the video where I review Raw and then I review a pay-per-view if they had a pay-per-view. This would probably be the same for if TNA has a pay-per-view. I don't know if this will be a weekly thing. I'll see what happens. I'll see if I like it or not. But let's get it started. Monday Night Raw, man, I enjoyed the show, and at the end of the show, I'll tell you what I thought about it and give you a rating out of 10. But started off with John Cena giving his thoughts, giving his his speeches and all this and that, that WrestleMania speech, and it was alright. I was like, oh, this is Cena, this is typical Cena, this is what Cena does, this is what Cena does best. Next, CM Punk would come out, and that was like, yeah, let's go, this show just got started. CM Punk would come out and tell him that John Cena doesn't deserve it, and it's all this and that. See, I'm liking the build-up for this right here now. I was enjoying it. I think it was a good start to Raw. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the back and forth from Cena and Punk. And then it would be announced later that they would have a match on next week's Monday Night Raw, which is going to be awesome because it's CM Punk and John Cena. And they always somehow find a way to put on a good match. I can't wait to see next Monday Night's Raw, which is going to be fun. And the winner of that one takes on The Rock at WrestleMania. And we already know that John Cena is going to beat CM Punk, but I think it's just going to be entertaining to watch, just because it's just the match. It's just going to be entertaining to watch the match itself. Punk and Cena, they are always entertaining when they have a match. So I'll be looking forward to watching Monday Night Raw just to see their match. That's going to be something fun. Even though you already know who's going to win, just look at the match. So then we had the first match of the night. Sin Cara got his ass squashed by the world's strongest man. Simple as that. And Mark Henry is just beasting on everyone right now, man. And I don't know who's going to stop his ass. Maybe it's the great Khali, but right here, look at that world's strongest lamb right there. Mark Henry, man. Looks like he might be facing great Khali at WrestleMania. Looks like he might. I don't know. I'm not sure. But the great Khali would come out after the match to make sure that Mark Henry didn't do anything else to Mark Henry didn't do anything to Sin Cara. I love the little dance Mark Henry was doing at the end. That right there was hilarious. That's the thing that just got me going. I was like, oh my god. Then you had the Miz and Antonio Cesaro, which I'm gonna say at the beginning of it when I heard these two were gonna feud, I was like, oh god. Now I enjoy their match tonight. I enjoy the match at Over the Limit, and I can't wait to see these two keep going at it. It's fun. It's fun to watch the Miz and Antonio Cesaro go at it. There was some good spots, I think, in the whole thing. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match. It was kind of short, but it got, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a WrestleMania match, so you don't want to give it all the way on free TV. But it was fun watching the Miz and Cesaro go at it. And the Miz got his right. The kendo stick was involved. That was a surprise. I wasn't expecting to see a kendo stick at all in the near future, but we saw the kendo stick, and we saw the Miz make Cesaro tap out. And when it happened, I thought it was a title match when it happened, but it wasn't. So we're cool. It's all cool. And then you see the Miz right there just dealing with it. And this Monday Night Raw started off pretty well, in my opinion. I liked it. Then you had Alberto Del Rio, the World Heavyweight Champion, man, taking on Mr. Ziggler. And I'm going to say this was one of my most favorite parts of Raw. This was my favorite part of Raw, pretty much. Just because it was like, oh my god, he's going to do it. Ziggler's going to cash it in. And they just teased you. You kind of knew he wasn't going to get it after you thought it was taking so long. But I was like, oh my god. Biggie Langston would big man this one, man. But I think they had a good match again. I think Del Rio and Ziggler. I don't know. I enjoyed the match on main event a little bit more, but I think this just had a better ending to it. The way it went out. I think that was more fun. I enjoyed this match at the end. This match was cool. Ziggler and Del Rio, man. Del Rio's probably going to face Jack Swagger at WrestleMania. That's going to be an interesting storyline to do right there with Swagger and Del Rio. We'll get more into it as this video progresses. Del Rio ended up beating Dolph Ziggler, but after the match, Biggie Langston would come out and destroy Alberto Del Rio. This is for people who didn't watch Raw or want to know my thoughts on it. And then you have Dolph Ziggler trying to cash in the Money in the Bank. I was fucking excited. I was like, oh my god, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. But then Ricardo stole it. He was being chased by Biggie Langston. It was like, oh shit, get him, Biggie, get him. He drops the case. AJ would pick up the case, give it to Ziggler. And then Ziggler would get his head kicked in by Del Rio. And, nothing happened. But it was entertaining. Then you had Wade Barrett come out and say about his movie, how the Barrett barrage would finally grow, the Great Barrett barrage, and then Sheamus would interrupt him and tell him, hey, you're not even in the movie. Hey, that's actually true, but good segment for Wade Barrett and Sheamus, I guess. Then you had a tag team match, what the Funk? Is that what they're called? What the Funk against Epico and Primo and Rosa Mendes. Hello, Rosa Mendes is wow. That's all I gotta say. But I guess it was a solid match. Well, it was a 6 mixed tag match, I guess. It was alright. I enjoyed it. It was cool. It was fun. The way they closed it, that was whoa. But you know who won already? The Team Funk. What the Funk? They won, and I guess it was But I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying watching these two tag up. I know some people probably don't like it, but I enjoyed it, and the dancing at the end is always just that's their thing, man. Then you had the State of the Union address by the Real American Jack Swagger. Did he come out to a new song? And his guy, I don't remember his name, Uncle something, I don't freaking know. But it was entertaining watching it. I had to watch it when I came out of work. I had to watch it. But I was watching it. It was entertaining. I was in it. I was into it. I was like, wow, these guys are a bunch of douchebags. And I just can't wait to see what else they have to do. What more, they're going to do Swagger and Del Rio and the WrestleMania thing. Then you had Daniel Bryan have a match against Jack Swagger. Oh, baby. Daniel Bryan was on a roll. Daniel Bryan was whooping some monkey ass in this one. But let's get to Swagger and I guess and Del Rio. It's not a bad story. I think it's been done before, but it's not going to be like JBL Eddie Guerrero. Hopefully not. But I understand why they have the guy there, because Swagger, when he was talking, it was like, oh my god, look at the lisp on this guy. But I can't wait to see Del Rio and Swagger. It's something different, and something people probably like, oh, this is just so stupid and random. Why are you going to give Jack Swagger this and that? It's, you want to see new stars, and you say you want to see new stars. Swagger, he hasn't really gotten into his full potential, and Del Rio and Swagger, we've never seen them go one-on-one in that ring, and it's WrestleMania. The world title doesn't mean as much anymore, so what's the matter of it? Who else would you put on? Randy Orton? I think Randy Orton and Del Rio wouldn't make much sense, because I don't think they're thinking even about switching Randy Orton as the heel, which is kind of dumb, because he should be a heel. But hey, Swagger would pick up the win with the ankle lock, or the Patriot Act, the Patriot Act. And they would be like that. And then you had the announcement for Vicky Guerrero, the huge announcement from Vicky Guerrero. And it turned out she would announce that she had the new assistant to the GM. And it was Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox would come out and pretty much be the new assistant. It caught me off guard, but hey, why not let Brad Maddox do something? Then Paul Heyman wasn't impressed. He said, this is really the big this is what you got? Really? Come on now. And then Mr. McMahon would come out, tell him, guess what? You and me, in a match, the chairman versus Paul Heyman, if that's what I heard correctly. And I was like, oh, baby, that's going to be fun, seeing a guy that can't do it, can't even move. I'm pretty sure next week on Raw we're going to see Triple H and Brock Lesnar start the whole thing. I'm pretty sure of it, but hey, it's a good story, I guess. So I was like, yeah, not bad, but yeah, Then you had the Shield of Justice, taking on Sheamus, Ryback, and Chris Jericho. And well, the Shield did what they did best, and I'm pretty sure the Shield's going to be involved with Ryback and Sheamus. I actually thought, this is what I thought. I thought we would see at the end of the night Chris Jericho turn. I thought we would see him actually be the leader of the Shield. I'm telling you, that's what I was like. I was thinking to myself, hey, maybe Chris Jericho's the leader of the Shield or something like that. Maybe Chris Jericho's the guy that helped the Shield. I'm just saying, just thinking of the things they think about. This is what I was thinking about, but that's just what I was thinking about, and it was some weird thoughts, but hey, that's just the thoughts that came into my mind. Then you had Damian Sandow and Kofi Kingston. Damian Sandow would jump Kofi Kingston before the match. I think, was it before the match? I'm not sure how this one went. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't that interested in this one, I guess. It sucks, huh? Yeah. But R-Truth would come back. R-Truth would come out to save his buddy Kofi Kingston, and that was interesting to see R-Truth back. What's up? Little Jimmy's back in the house. Oh, yeah. And for a matter of seconds, I thought R-Truth was about to become heel and attack Kofi Kingston, setting something up for them. But it looks like there might be a reunion of Truth and Kofi Kingston. Maybe, they're back. I don't know. the boom squad. I don't know what the hell did they call themselves. I don't remember what they called themselves, but they were once tag team champions. Maybe they're coming back. Maybe they're coming back as a tag team. Who knows? Then you have Randy Orton against Kane. Decent, I guess, decent match, but some people probably complain about it, but I enjoyed it. I was into it, and I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do with Randy Orton for WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure they'll just throw him in something, but I'm trying to figure out what Randy Orton's gonna be doing at WrestleMania. What Kane's probably gonna face Daniel Bryan, huh? At WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know, something weird like that. Daniel Bryan and Kane at WrestleMania just going at it, or maybe not. Maybe they don't go at it. Maybe they defend the tag team titles and they successfully retain. Maybe this whole storyline's about them just going through the toughness. Daniel Bryan had a funny segment, by the way, in the show, and I really did enjoy. Daniel Bryan acting like a girl. And then you had pretty much like the last segment, all this and that. The Rock's title celebration, the People's Champion, The Rock, coming out and saying that title that they had looked like a toy, looked like a little toy, and that the belt should never look like the belt should never spin. I agree with you on that. But look at that belt. Look at it! Come on, the WWE Championship, the new WWE Championship with the bulls on the side. I don't really much. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna stick. Maybe it changes every time there's a new champion. They get their little logo in there. I don't know. But then John Cena would come out and say, "That's my title. That's what I want." But let's just get to it. CM Punk would destroy John Cena. That's right, and just leaves a good message for next week, and Punk will tell him that's my title. But let me get to it. I think this was a good Raw. I think if you haven't watched Raw, go watch it. 3 hours. I know a long one. There's a couple things that are good in there, and there's a couple things that are eh. But I would give it just because the WWE Championship was renewed, I would give it an 8 out of 10. That's right, 8 out of 10. Fuck you. 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it.